Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me.
Hello guys, and welcome back to another interesting video from my cabin, the Black Beauty TV, the real daughter of the soil. If you don't know, I belong to everywhere in Africa. In Europe, they might say, oh, Black Beauty TV, you are not a European. I want to go, so you are an African boy. In Africa, guys, I belong to everywhere, and nobody can stop me anywhere in Africa as a black woman from Africa. Anyway, guys, so welcome back to another interesting video, and if you are new to the cabin, kindly subscribe and be part of the Black Beauty TV. If you have not liked the video, I told you guys, as you are coming into the channel, as you are coming in to enjoy the woto, just be liking the video as we go into the real banger. Where are we today? Guys, today we might or we might not be in the swamp. But for now, what I'm going to be talking about is about this South African saga. I saw the video yesterday on Coco Mama's video, and I just say, I'm going to say something about it. Guys, do you know what is happening in South Africa? It's not only today. Things have been happening in South Africa. Sometimes, these kind of problems, I don't like choking my mouth. But this one, I say, no, now, let me choke my mouth. Because the way I see South Africans treating other blacks or Africans is very, very bad. Sometimes when Muzungu are racist against us, we begin to say, they are doing this thing to us because we are blacks or whatsoever. Sometimes I always tell people there are Africans that they are even worse than Muzungu. That is why I say in my channel, I don't want to have all this racist something in my channel. I find it very, very bad to see that South Africans treat other Africans very badly and with too much hatred. Should I put it that way? Do you want me to put it that way or what? Or do I want to say that South Africans hate the fact that they are blacks? If you see their character, sometimes you begin to say, like they feel like, why did God even make me with this kind of color? Because I can't imagine, forget the fact that, guys, we do reaction, like some people will come and say, oh, black against black, we're doing reaction against Marwa, or against other people. There's no how you will do reaction against your black people that you will even hate the fact that they are even blacks. Or you ask yourself, why are these other black people or other Africans doing in my own country? Just like the way that what happened to that Chidimma, or what did they call that girl in South Africa? That South Africans rejected her just because she got a last name in Nigerian. They also is a Nigerian. But I don't want this thing to look at like it's just about Nigerians and South Africans. No, because a lot of people, when they see like that, they say, oh, Nigerians, because Nigerians are too bad. That is why South Africans are treating them like that. For your own information, South Africans are not only treating Nigerians like that. They are treating every other black country that same way. If you think I'm lying, guys, if you have ever been to South Africa and see how South Africans treat people from Zimbabwe, for example, and they are not even far from each other, if I may, or from other countries, Botswana and all that, they treat them very badly. And I begin to ask myself, I say, not be the same Africa we did. South Africa is supposed to be a country that makes Africa proud. But South Africa is now like a curse to other Africans. I'm sorry to say like that, but that is how the thing goes. South Africa looks so beautiful. If you have ever been to South Africa, guys, you will bear witness to me, the Black Beauty TV. I remember the first traveling out of Nigeria was in South Africa. I went and I spent 5 months in Cape Town. I stayed in Cape Town for 5 months, only where the white people are staying in Constantia. When you go to Constantia, you will never see black people. The only black people you are going to see in Constantia, they are the cooks, they are the cleaners. In these modern days, guys, they are the gatekeepers. They are the wretched or poor wretched in South Africa, the black ones. But it baffles me to see that they allow other people to overtake them, to overshadow them, but they have power through other black people. They have power through over Nigerians, Zimbabweans, Kenyans, any other black person that come from another different country, not a South African, they call them, is it Kwere Kwere or whatever they call them, those kind of names. It baffles me because I remember a South African girl that was really being racist, beat by her boss in China. And it was a very big news all over the world. Like, oh, in China, this South African girl was treated this way because she's a black girl. And how dare South Africans treat their own black people the same? If you don't know this thing, guys, I'm not against any country, but the character South Africans display is not, for me, it's not normal as human. Do you know that South Africans believe that they are not even Africans? They believe that they are even, I don't know whether they come from another earth. They don't want people to tell them that they are Africans. In fact, sometimes they have, I don't know whether maybe it's the apartheid that happened that time in South Africa that makes South African this inferiority complex. Or how do I say it? Because they have different groups, like the whites are the highest in South Africa, even though they still have the poor white people in South Africa. At the same time, the real people that suffer in South Africa, they are the black people. And then South Africans, black people are the same people. I remember those days that I was in South Africa. These white people that I was with, those sisters, if you remember my stories. So they don't used to allow us to go like around because they believe that if other African people see us, in fact, it's the real boss. So they were always protecting us. Sometimes you will see these South African men sitting on the gates and you will like, oh, you are seeing your brother, a black man, you want to be, friendly with them, you are laughing with them. They laugh with you and they are in their own countries. In their own country, they are the ones farming for even their farms. Guys, I'm telling you, if you don't know anything about South Africa, go into checking. The real farms of South Africans don't even belong to the real South Africans. It belongs to the Muslim. In fact, everything in South Africa don't even belong to any black person. I don't want to say everything, but majority of the richness in South Africa don't even belong to them. I asked myself, I said, you will see they have indigenous, Indians. Even if Indians come today to South Africans, before you know it, they have become citizens. In fact, they love other nationalities. They love other people than their own black people. Tell me, even here in Germany, here in Muzungu land that I am, that is one thing, guys. When we see positive things about the country, we need to give that country that positive things. In Germany, for example, whether you have paper, whether you don't have paper, you have your right as a human. But it baffles me that a woman, that the mother, according to the stories I'm hearing, I don't know whether it's true story or it's not true story. Whether the mother South African, the father Nigeria or something like that. Even you were born in that country, but you don't have right to do things in that country just because you come from another Nigeria or other African country. It's very, very wrong, South Africans. Let us go and watch this video before we continue with our video, and then we see what happened.
With a beauty pageant. Well, Chidimma Adetshina has just given up her crown as Miss South Africa amid a massive online backlash over her selection. Allegations are swirling about her nationality, age, and where she was even born. So let's take a moment and explain what's been going on. When Chidimma was announced as one of this year's finalists, some people started combing the internet for details about her life. They found out her father is from Nigeria while her mother is South African with Mozambican roots. The backlash was swift and brutal. Many of the comments say she isn't a real South African, despite her saying she was born in Soweto and grew up in Cape Town. The BBC at that point reached out to Chidimma, but she declined to comment on the matter. While Miss South Africa organizer told the BBC that she was eligible to compete, scrutiny made them reach out to the country's Home Affairs Department to look into Chidimma's citizenship. The department found that Chidimma's mother may have committed identity fraud, but the Home Affairs said Chidimma couldn't have participated in the actions of her mother because she was an infant at the time. At this point, Chidimma announced online that she was withdrawing from the competition for her family's safety and well-being. In 2023, Melissa Nayimuli, a former Miss South Africa contestant, faced similar backlash because her father is Ugandan and her mother is South African.
I had just made it to the top 16 of Miss South Africa. You know, it was a time of celebration. I was so excited that here I am, I'm a finalist in such a big competition. And literally, as soon after that, I logged onto social media. The first thing I come across is, how dare she enter Miss South Africa? She's not even fully South African, therefore she cannot represent us. One comment that particularly stood out for me, and I do apologize for using this word to those I will offend, and the word is kwere. Foreigners are called kwere in South Africa, and I don't think most people realize how painful that word is because it is offensive, it is disrespectful, it's derogatory.
Chidimma has said to local media that she feels she's faced black on black hate, as there are other contestants of European and South Asian descent who haven't received this level of criticism. Up until 1994, South Africa was under apartheid rule, a racist system which favored white people and put black people at the bottom.
I think people have reacted negatively to Chidimma because there is the sense that she does not belong in South Africa, partly because of her sort of dual ethnicity. A lot of this from the South African context is fueled by this fear and sometimes sadly hate that we have towards African nationals, and also it's a combination and a duality between that Afrophobic, xenophobic hate, as well as the gendered nuance. The fact that she's a black woman is also quite important for how people have responded to this challenge on social media. Black womanhood in South Africa has historically been vilified as a symptom of the colonial as well as the apartheid legacy.
Afrophobia is a strain of xenophobia that targets other Africans.
Chidimma is not the first South African to have dual ethnicity, dual nationality. We have celebrities like Trevor Noah, who we welcome and we celebrate, and as a country, most people love and appreciate the work that he's doing globally. And he, for instance, has a Swiss father and a South African mother. And so if this was an issue of nationality only, then all of these and many other individuals in South Africa should also experience the same hate. What is happening to Chidimma, as I said, it specifically has to do with also discussions around colorism and what type of blackness is deemed acceptable and what type of blackness is rejected.
I mean, you always have to wonder, why is it that people try to divide us so much? What are they so afraid of? And can you imagine the power behind it if we were to stand together and unite?
So you can see, guys, it's not only Nigerians that South Africans are treating that way. They also treat, you see the other woman is not a Nigerian, but from Uganda. Guys, if you have gone to South Africa, I'm telling you the truth. I remember that time I was with those sisters there in South Africa. When you go to where they are sharing things like they post, like people that don't really have, it was in Cape Town. You see how South Africans treating Zimbabweans very, very bad. You will see how Zimbabweans, they are left like in captivity in South Africa. But when you go into the Tingo in South Africa, when you go into the real Tingo and start to search and see, okay, South Africans treating black people of other countries, or this way. How are the blacks in South Africa living? Guys, let's say the way it is. The wretched ones, they are the South African blacks are the wretched ones in South Africa. When you go to Cape Town, guys, Cape Town, that's why I said that South Africa is supposed to make Africa proud. But South Africa is now like a curse. Because of what? When you go to South Africa, guys, the first time I went to South Africa, I could not even think that I am in Africa. Because everything was different. Everything was perfect for me for the first time to come out of Nigeria. When I came to Europe, even the weather, you know, the chill weather, the beautiful places, Europe was not like for me, wow, because of that experience I had in Cape Town. But let's look at this Cape Town that is so beautiful, so pretty. The most bad place, dirty place in Cape Town. This place called Guguletu. That is where they pack the black people are living in South Africa. And the people enjoying the most beautiful places in South Africa, they are the white people. I asked myself, I said, why are the real black South Africans still fighting for that? Why fighting for other black people from other countries that just came to work in South Africa? Why the hatred on other black people? Why don't you fight the people that have taken over your own country? Labruska, fire burn them 10 times. They will not fight the real people that have made them to live in abject poverty in Cape Town, in Guguletu. And when you see that Guguletu is the place that the real shenanigans, the real ganjas, the real bad things happening. When you go to the gate, it's the black South Africans. When you go to the boy job, it's the real black South Africans. Even the Indians in South Africa, they are enjoying more than the black South Africans. Hey, but what do? Instead, they are fighting the innocent people, destroying them. What has a child that was born and brought up in South Africa got to do with the nationality or what their parents did? That is why I say that, you see, guys, it's not a matter of whether, it is the real wickedness of South Africans. Because if you come, guys, to Europe, they were colonized. I don't know, is it from the Britain or is it from British, or where did they colonize South Africa? I think so. When you go to England, black people are free, enjoying life, going like, you know, even the racism there is not like the way South Africans carry this racism and put in their heads. They see themselves like, you know, the black South Africans, they see themselves like they are white. They don't even want to believe that they are black people. What a shame. Me, Black Beauty TV, me, the daughter of the soil, I will come to South Africa and go back free like they bet. You people cannot do me anything. You just see how you are treating your other black people. What you are even wicked than the Muzungus. Let me tell you, the black South Africans are even worse. They are worse than the Muzungus. I'm telling you guys. Because if you come to Muzungu country, if that Chidimma was here in Europe, nobody, whether she has papers or she doesn't have papers, or that Ugandan girl, whether she has papers or she doesn't have papers, nobody is going to tell her, oh, because you are immigrant. Because you are not complete South African. What about the Muzungus that were brought from Europe to South Africa? What about the Muzungus that are not complete South Africans? What have you done about them? Have you rejected them? Or what about that guy that they show? Is it because he's rich and he's making it now? Or because he's colored? Now you accept it. But your real black brothers. What has children got to do with what their parents did? She was born and brought up in South Africa. Where do you want her to go? If Indians were born and brought up in South Africa and they are accepted like the real South Africans, what about the daughters and sons of the soil? You rejected them because of their skin color? South Africans, shame on you. In fact, I know South Africa, some of them will watch me, but it is a shameful thing. I don't have anything against you, but this kind of displaying of character that some South Africans will do against their own Africans is shameful. While there in South Africa, you people are still slaves. You are still nothing for your slave masters. You are still under them. But you come outside and try to pretend we are not Africans. When you tell a South African that they're African, they will even tell you they are not Africans. One worst thing that God even punished them with is that the country is even called South Africa. Lambroska. Fire burn them 10 times. Hey, see, me, the daughter of the soil. I'm planning my trip to South Africa. You know, I am planning my trip to come to my own soil. Let me see enough of you that will say, oh, leave South Africa because South Africa is not your country. What a shame. Black people treating black people. Go and see how black South Africans are miserable. Living in Cape Town, miserable. Yeah? Some people even say that the black South Africans, they are the most laziest, especially the men. You will see, guys, let me tell you, this is how it is. I know a lot of people, maybe they have not really stayed and they have not stayed with these South Africans. You will see South African women, the colored women, when I was there in South Africa, they can have 10 children. All the children are in the countryside with their mothers in one room. That is the tingo, that is the reality in South Africa. You will see this colored. They are in the countryside, they are children. They are born children like every month or every year. One woman like this, you will see she's not married, but she have like 5-10 children. What will she do with those children? She will leave the children in the countryside far, far away. In fact, they will born children 1 week old. These South Africans, the colored one that I know those time, they will born those children 1 week old. They will go and leave those children in the countryside with their parents. And they will come inside Cape Town to work. Very little momo baby like this. They will live in the countryside, 10 children in one room with their parents. Is that enjoyment for you people as black South Africans? When they leave those children like that, you see them in Cape Town, working for the whole year. And then they go back and see the children. When they go back, they see the children, they come back with pregnant. That is the tingo. When they come back with pregnant, they walk. When they are about to give birth, they go to the countryside. They take their leave, 3 months leave, give birth to the children. And then they come back to Cape Town. They keep the children with the parents. Is that enjoyment? They come to work for the white people. They keep the children like this and come and work for the white people in Constantia. And then they fight their fellow blacks, and they are still doing this slavery for their white people in South Africa. That is the tingo. South Africa followers, in fact, South Africa subscribers, don't unsubscribe. Pardon me, but your brothers that are against our brothers and sisters, they provoke me in the Black Beauty TV. I've never opened my mouth and said this is the experience I had in South Africa, but is the real experience. That is how South African black colored women live in South Africa. If you have watched those, I used to watch those American films. Those American film that the women used to go and work with the white and live there is exactly what is still existing in South Africa. It's not lie. You will go to their farms, bushes like this. Their farms, they have all belonged to Muzungus. And the people working in the farm, and they have small rooms. We used to go there to share food for them. They have small rooms like this for their families. And who are they? They are the real sons and daughters of the soils. I say abiding in German, working in the farms of Muzungus in South Africa and living there like slaves in their farms. And the real sons of the soils, they fight their own brothers because of this kind of slavery that they are still into it. You people should pardon me. But that is how, don't see, they say it's not everything that glitters is gold. South Africa glitters like this, but it's not gold. It's not gold. I still pity even the black people in South Africa because the tingle still they hammer there. Wallahi, it's only the white people that are enjoying in South Africa. There are few black people that you will still see, maybe they are rich, small. But after the Muzungus, is the colored ones, you know, the mixed ones that they mix South Africans that are a little bit lighter. They are the ones that follow. And the real ones that are like me, hey, now suffer. And they are the ones fighting other black Africans. They are the ones saying that other black Africans, they came to take their work. And which work are they doing? They are living in the white people's gates. Shame on you guys. What has this Chidimma done to you guys? What has that Ugandan girl done to you guys? I pity people that live there. In fact, guys, leave them and their country. Let us see how far. In fact, guys, let us forget about South African story. After I watched that South African video, I say, you know now, as a reactor, I'm just searching, watching videos on YouTube. I saw this white guy that went to Jamaica, went to the deepest of all these forests, looking for these Rasta guys. Guys, come and see their life. If you see the life of fulfillment, no deceitful life, nothing, no wuru life. I asked myself, I said, instead of you wasting your time and say you're going to South Africa or where, that you are not being accepted, you are rejected. Is it not better for me to buy flight ticket and go to the Caribbean, enjoy my life where I will be accepted as a black person? Look at how these Rasta people are living very fulfilled. In fact, they are fulfilled. They live like they accepted who they are. I am a black person. This is how I look like. And they never look down on any black person. Staying in their own Rasta world and enjoying their life. Is it not better for me to just go, stay where you will see me, I'm accepted like a brother, instead of me going to where they are treating you like an outcast? So if you have your money and you want to enjoy life, guys, move, go to the Caribbean. Enjoy your life there in the Caribbean. It must not be in the southern part of Africa. If they don't want you, if they reject you, go to the Caribbean and enjoy. Like for me, the Black Beauty TV, after I watch this video, I say, guys, let me check the ticket. How much? How much is it to Jamaica or to any country in the Caribbean? Guys, I'm telling you the truth. I'm not just talking because it's YouTube video. No, it's not because of YouTube video. But if you go deeply, guys, go to where you are accepted. And the way I have watched a lot of videos from the Caribbean. If you have watched my channel, you know that I've done a lot of Jamaican videos. I've done videos of Chris from Trinidad. When you begin, I know I'm just seeing it on the screen. I've not been there. But honestly speaking, I'm willing to. In fact, for me, it's better for me to go to the Caribbean. It's better for me to go to Jamaica and then than to go to South Africa where they will not accept me like part of them. Because look at how these guys are living. Even when you are white, you are black, you are whatsoever. They don't see, they see only the goodness in you as a human. You understand? I'm not saying that the Caribbean is perfect. There is nothing like it's 100%. No, but at least as a black person, I will be accepted and I will feel at home. I will feel like, yes, these are my people. But you cannot tell me that you are facing, I don't even want, in the way that I see South Africans treating people, honestly speaking, I don't even want to say Muzungus are racist. Because if you look at the racism in South Africa, or how do I call this thing, it's very, very bad. So you see, it's better for me to go to Jamaica. Guys, I want to go to Jamaica, I'm telling you. Not only Jamaica, I want to go to the Caribbean because I watch these guys. I think they are very, very welcoming. I think they welcome other African black people in their country. They see them like, this is our own brothers and sisters. You know? So I would love to go to a visit to such places that it will be part of me. Even if I want to go back, like, guys, I'm telling you, I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking, you know, the head sometimes think and take us to so many places. Sometimes I think, If there's no peace in Nigeria, maybe one is looking for where to go. Where can I really go and relax and find peace in my life? Is it in the Caribbean? Is it in East Africa? Should I go to Kenya? Should I go to Uganda? Should I go to Tanzania? There are a lot of places to go and chill like a real and feel at home than to go to a way. Guys, do you know, have you ever experienced that? Do you know that for me, honestly speaking, if a white person is racist against me, it doesn't bother me like too much like to say your own African, your person that you have the same color, maybe the color is lighter or your darker is lighter, or the person feels like I'm better than these other black people, then they are racist, then they are racist. It pains a lot. And it is a pity to see that, yeah, other Africans, they believe they behave that way. Other black people behave that way. It's shady. But anyway, guys, I'm telling you, I'm planning a very beautiful trip. I hope I plan it well. Let's put it that way. I have to see myself very, very soon in Jamaica. Jamaica people, prepare place. In fact, I'm going to meet Jamaican uncle in Jamaica. I want to go. Jamaica is the real deal. We are going to Jamaica no matter what. And when we go, we are not going only in Jamaica. I have somebody also in the Caribbean. I know one reverend sister in the Caribbean. And she has always been telling me, please come. Hey, please come and visit us. Come on. I said no. But now that I started doing Caribbean's video, I said, I think Caribbean is a home. You understand? I think I'm going to feel at home there. So let's plan for it, guys. Let's plan for it. See you guys. Thank you so much for always watching the Black Beauty TV. And I hope I see myself there. Yeah. Thank you and God bless you guys. We'll see again in another interesting video. If you are a South African, please forgive me. I don't have anything against South Africans. It's only South Africans that have something against other Africans. So guys, try and change. It's hard though. It's hard when they have inflicted your blood with this kind of mentality of slavery and all that. It's hard to come out. Julius Malema have tried enough to see that he makes South Africa like to understand the thing, how the thing go. But it's like, hey, all the things is trying, is going, hey, I don't know. Let us see. I don't want to talk too much. Thank you and God bless you guys. Subscribe, like the video, share if you can share, and God bless you. Have a wonderful time. It's me, the Black Beauty TV and the daughter of the soil. I love you from the depths of my heart. Bye-bye. See you. Lambruski, Lambrus. Go fire burn them every time and every day.
Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me. Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me. You must appreciate, but you cannot emulate. Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me. Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me. Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place for me.
Come, I'm back again with another reggae banger. Lambruski, as it depend them, that's how you the sweet us. As it the sweet us, that's how you depend them. As it depend them, Who is on the come on?
Black Beauty TV, Black Beauty TV is the place